Hello out there, Midwest Elevation. I'm coming to you on a Monday instead of a Tuesday. If I caught you off guard, that's okay. We're just gonna do this pop-up interview. Hello out there. There we go. Let me get, okay, now we are in that feedback. We are live! Midwest Elevation, let us know that you are out there. I'm here today with Angel Stevens. We are doing a pop-up. Hey, let's get on. Let's have this conversation. I'm just so excited because you are doing such amazing work. And I love the way that you help women entrepreneurs, us ladies out there doing the thing, um, to really, and I love this, to stop the BS, right? So before we get into what that really means, let me introduce you to Midwest Elevation. Folks, if you're out there, let us know. I will get my comments going because I want to make sure that if you've got questions, we are able to answer them. As a business owner myself, who's been doing this on my own, on the side for years and years, there's all sorts of stuff that get in the way. And we can't do it alone. We want to do it alone. We think we can do it alone, but we definitely need that support. And Angel is here to talk to us today about the kind of support that she gives and how she can get you out of that procrastination, that stuck feeling, and like you say, putting out your A game. You are the A game master. So, real quick, I'm going to tell everybody who you are, and then we're going to roll into this because I'm so excited. I was so excited, you guys. We had to just do this on a Monday. So, Angel has a secret formula to unlocking your A game, which is absolutely and unequivocally your personal best, taking you from zero to shero. I love it. It is simple but powerful process that works in spite of adversity, helping you reach your life goals based on your vision and not your circumstances. That is huge. This is so huge. Angel's real life experience birthed the time-tested techniques to help one explode from the quicksand of mediocrity to greatness. Whew! Check her out, you guys, right? She was first in her immediate family to graduate from University of Southern California, to be exact. A PFC to captain in the U.S. Army, bankrupt to debt-free, riding the bus to driving a BMW, and 30 years certified fitness instructor and certified integrative nutrition health coach, and much, much more, of course. Today, she's a successful entrepreneur and savvy networker, building a world-class organization that is changing lives across North America. Right, Midwest Elevation? That's our goal here. We want to change lives. We want to change our own and lift up everybody else in the process. And Angel is doing this work. She continues to be mentored and trained by some of the best speakers, thought leaders, and top income earners and trainers in the industry, with over 10,000 hours of study and personal development, and investing over $100,000 to participate in live workshops with experts and real life applications. She has the skill set to help you go from surviving to thriving. Angel, keys to the A game lifestyle, the ultimate lifestyle breakthrough. You are amazing. You help go-getter women, entrepreneurs who have plateaued in their business and life. They can eliminate overwhelm and turn their frustration into freedom and grow their business and live their A game lifestyle. I'm so excited. Can you tell?
Like, who? That's a lot.
It is a lot. But you know what? I thought I was, thinking about us doing this conversation, going live, and I just knew that I really wanted to make sure that folks out there know who you are, where you've come from, where you're able to take your clients, because you've done it yourself. And that's, there's nothing greater than that. So tell us, right? You just started this week a very special training that I'm so excited about. If you didn't join today, that's okay. There's 4 more days. There's replays out there for all the days. But tell us what's going on. What do you got going on this week?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you, Renee, for inviting me here. Just for you first being so absolutely amazing, number one. Number two, caring so much for your community that you decided to bring them value. Number three, that you saw enough value in me to bring me to them and you trusted me for that. And number four, just showing the world that you don't lose your light on your candle because you lit someone else's light. So
Mm.
I just want to thank you for letting me shine for a few minutes here today. And I am excited, folks, because this week we're going into day two. And this week's training is called Stop the BS. Now, I
Yes.
know you're thinking what you're thinking, and you can think that too, but it really means belittling stories,
Mm.
right? Which total kind of turns into BS, right? But the belittling stories we tell ourselves. So it's Stop the BS, Just Choose Success, 5 hacks to grow your A game. And regardless of how you use the definition of A game, when you hear people say, bring your A game, I'm on my A game, my definition is absolutely and unequivocally your personal best, which is
Mm.
super exciting because your A game um, doesn't is not someone else's A game. And that's what's really, really cute. That's the cue and the clue, right? That's
Mhm.
the cue and the clue that you don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. So I'm really excited about what's happening this week. It's definitely an opportunity for folks to show up and get ready to play full out. As you can see, I have my bright lipstick here and my flashing fingers because I want to play full out for the ladies here in your community. And turn it back over to you.
Yay. Well, so I love that you use BS because it is BS when we tell ourselves those stories, right? So, how is it, they seem to be so ingrained for so many of us, right? Like based on whatever our experiences were growing up and all that, or even in business or trying to do things on our own, like it's hard to get out of your own head. It's hard to hear stories that are different than what's happening up here. So, tell us a little bit about some of the tools that you use with your clients to kind of to break that, right?
Absolutely. And before I say that, it's amazing something you said that I spoke about today are the thoughts we have and the thoughts we have circulating, right? That on average, right, we have 60,000 thoughts a day. Can you believe that? 60. See, like, what did I think that
What?
much? But 60,000 thoughts a day. But here's where it gets really key. 80% of that, a little over 80% is negative.
Hmm.
And out of that 80% that's negative, 95% is, well, let me say it like this: 60,000 thoughts a day, 80% negative, 95% repetitive.
The
Repetitive.
same.
Repeat over and over and over and
Yeah.
over. Over
Oh.
and over. So, it's not like 60,000 new words. Some of yeah, which is scary, right? So you can't get to somewhere new without having something new.
Oh, I love that.
So
Yeah.
look at it like a bank account, right? You can't withdraw if you don't put anything in.
Mm. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It totally does.
Yeah.
It
So
totally does. How would you even know that you needed something, how to think something new unless,
and that's really key because there are things that we don't know that we don't know.
oh my God, I say that all the time. How do we know what we don't know, right?
So even though I don't teach it in this week, I want to share that tip now.
Mm.
That if you can embrace that there are things that you don't even know you don't know, if you can embrace that, you already are a step ahead
Yeah.
because the first step to change is awareness. So
Right.
even just being aware, you know what, there are things that I don't even know I don't know. So because of that, and you're aware, then you can wake up with a zeal to be open
Mm.
because now you know that there are things you don't know that you don't know.
Right.
So now you can be open to hearing new ideas. And when it hits up against something that you wasn't used to hearing, it might mean not an opportunity to dismiss it, but maybe an opportunity to pump the brakes and listen.
Oh, I love that so much.
It doesn't mean you have to accept it, but it also shouldn't mean that you reject it. You should
Right,
at least consider it, right?
right.
Listen, consider, and then decide which direction you want to go.
That's beautiful. Rachel's here. Rachel says, yes, yes, yes. Great point. Um, and I love that you say that it's like, it's really just opening up this, coming to the experience with a curiosity and allowing yourself, hey, maybe there's something I can learn from this instead of, oh, this is unfamiliar, I don't know, and I'm just going to keep doing the same thing.
Right.
Because if we keep doing the same thing, we're just going to get the same result.
Absolutely. And wanting something different. And so that's one of the things that I teach about how you end up plateauing because you have superior knowledge and inferior results. It's like
Mm.
you know all this stuff and you know what to do, but you're not getting the results that you think you should be getting from what you're doing.
Yes. Yeah,
Right.
but how do we bridge that disconnect?
That's where you got to start coming to the, yeah,
I
come
know.
up, right?
I,
You get out now, you don't show up. But here's the point though, that when you have that, it equals frustration. And
mm,
what tends to happen in that frustrating moment, it spills out confusion. And if
mm,
you think about it, a confused mind does nothing.
right.
So then we're just spinning. And you just figure, well, I do know what to do, so I'm just going to keep doing it. I don't quite know why I'm not getting these results yet. So maybe I'll work harder, I'll do more, or go back to school, or
Mm,
I'll,
right. Yeah.
I'll do that. And it's like, whoa, no, really, you might need to pump the brakes and reach out for help. But I'm just going to stop there because
Yeah. Yeah, don't give it all away. We
well,
got
it's not that part. It's not that. I just know that we have just a short period of time in the group, and girl, I can go on a tangent. I need to throw the reins back over to
I
you.
love it. No, I love it. I love it. You take it. Well, and I know for me personally, one of the things that I kind of, you know, get caught, keep running up against is um, that feeling of like, not just overwhelm. I think the overwhelm is connected to it, and then because I'm so overwhelmed, I'm not doing the things. And then it's like, okay, so now I'm entering into procrastination and I'm putting off the stuff, which then just makes me more overwhelmed.
That's so good. That's so good. And it's so real. And you're not the only one, Renee. We all go through it, right? Just sometimes you have some tools that help you get out of that a lot faster. You don't live in it as long as maybe someone else.
Right.
So here is a great tip that I'd like to share. I think the biggest thing is getting really, 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 really super duper clear on what you want.
Mm.
And the challenge is people haven't really they really haven't gotten clear on what they want. And so they're doing all these things to what they think they want.
Mm.
Because maybe what you're doing is what your spouse wanted, or your sister, or your mom, or your children, or what you think other people think
Yeah.
you should be doing. But is when you get really, really clear on what you want, then you can start to evaluate the activities that you're doing, and um, you bounce it off what you want. Like, and what I'm doing, does this activity match reaching this?
Mm. Yes.
And it makes it so easy. It's so easy, like, oh, that doesn't really match that. And that's where you can start to eliminate the overwhelm and the procrastination and the fear and the doubt. And there's so much more, that we go through, not emotions, but sharing and showing you how to get past that. But
Hmm.
that's the biggest thing, is knowing what you want. And then it allows you to evaluate what you're doing
Yeah.
every day.
Oh, that's so key because if it doesn't line up, if you're clear, and then it's an easy yes or no.
It allows you to honor both, right?
Right.
I can feel good about saying, well, no, not today. I can feel good about saying yes. Let me give you an example, ladies, because you're gonna understand this. Okay, so I've been single for a minute. I'm dating someone now, you know, and so I was getting on these dating sites, and I had to get really clear on what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then when I had, and it got easy to say, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think we're a match.
Hmm.
He was like, you
Yeah.
said that? I'm like, well, yeah, because we definitely didn't match what I am looking for.
Right.
You follow me?
Yeah.
And I'm being, having a little fun here in doing it, but I think you can understand that part. So if you do it with everything else, then it's very clear, like, well, no wonder you're
Right.
not where you're looking to get, because look at, if you sit and do an audit of your day,
Mm.
whoever's watching, just do an audit just over the last 7 days. And if you can't remember that far back, that's, you need to show up so we
You're
can
doing
talk.
too much.
Well, that's
Or
another
not enough, right?
getting where you're going, right? Because
Yeah.
we talk about calendaring your success. But needless to say, if 7 days is too far back, like, girl, I hardly know what I was doing yesterday, then go over the last 72 hours and just write down all the activities that you did.
Mm-hmm.
And don't eliminate anything. I went for a walk. I did yoga. I had, dinner a couple times. I went to happy hour. Then I worked on my project and I did, like, really lay it out, because if you're not truthful with yourself, then forget about it.
Right.
You
Right.
can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself.
No. You could try. It
Yeah, but it
doesn't
doesn't get
work out
there,
very well.
right? So you take a few minutes to audit where you are, excuse me, what you've been doing. Because I guess is tip number 2: audit what you've done over the last handful of days, and then sit over here what you want, and imagine that for everything you did, it's a marble, or is equivalent to a gold coin. How many of those things on the list could you drop in this bowl over here of gold coins? Is it 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
5,
I love this imagery. Yeah.
what could you drop here?
Yeah, and the fuller it is, obviously, the closer you are aligned to what you want.
That part. Oh, and also what you do daily will be who you become permanently. So if you can't drop anything into the jar over that you've done over the last 72 hours, remember, that's when you got to stop, pump the brake,
Right.
and readjust, right? Reevaluate, readjust, recommit,
Mm.
and then reset yourself.
I have that written on my rock. Recommit.
Recommit, right?
I am constantly recommitting to
Yeah,
my goal.
sometimes you have to do that. But preferably that's a blessing for someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter what you apply it to. It could be to your health life. You've been saying, I'm going to drop 20 pounds and get ready for the summer because, baby, the summer is coming. We're all going back out into the world. I want to look good. And then you tell yourself you're going to get up and go for a walk, and I'm going to set my alarm for 6. And every time 6 a.m. shows up, it goes to snooze. Right. And then before you know it, it's 6:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then you're like, oh, well, I'm going to start next week. Well, next week is never going to get you to that 20 pounds gone by summer. Right.
Yeah. I don't know if you're psychic, but that literally has been my last week. The week before I went for a walk every day, but not this week. See, recommitting.
Recommitting, right? Doing the thing you said you were going to do.
Right.
The feeling you said it in has left you.
I love that. And so you work with women business owners, right?
Yeah.
What made you choose that group specifically? Yeah, I'll just leave the question at that because I'm curious where that's gonna go.
Well, because I've been in business since fully, like full time, since 2002.
Mm.
And being in business, I've learned that, one, it's challenging. A lot of people say it's hard. It's not hard. For me, it's a way in how you choose your words.
Yeah.
For me, hard is something that can't be accomplished. And I know that's not true because there's
Right.
too many other, successful women in business.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to eliminate that. And I said, it's challenging, but guess what? I can overcome a challenge. And everyone can overcome a challenge. Right? All you need is the right tools and strategies. You just got to find someone who's done what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Ask them what they did and then do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So because I have been in business, no, Renee, in all fairness, that's the group. And it's because of that, but it actually has a few other things attached to it, which started from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Growing up in the household, and it had nothing to do with business people. It's just this one thing I want to talk about. And I saw how in my immediate family and some of my friends and their family, how they allowed circumstances, situations, dictate the way they were moving through life.
Mm.
And let me tell you, I believe my personal family, we could have been so much further along if circumstances that we were living in didn't allow, started to allow the circumstances living us. So what
Yeah.
I found is that people were starting to make permanent decisions in temporary situations.
Oh, say that line again.
Yes, well, because circumstances and situations are temporary.
Right.
In those temporary moments, I saw people making permanent decisions, and it started from a young age. So then, when I got in business, and I started, working my business and so forth, I started to see it around me,
Mm.
right? But as a kid, I learned how to maneuver and negotiate because I was like, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
My mom, I was a reader from a young kid, so she used to go to these yard sales and come home with books and books and books. So I got a chance to get exposed
Hmm.
to different thought processes outside of my family.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Again, you don't know what you don't know until you can see something else.
Right. So I learned that stuff is temporary. There's always an answer. There's always a solution.
Mm.
So in my business, because I also have a business that's in the industry of network marketing. So I've been working with a lot of people who are starting business for their first time. And I would watch how their life things would get in the way and impede them for what they were doing. And I was like, no, that's just temporary stuff. Let me
Right.
show you how to navigate through that. So
Mm.
then it just became a deeper desire and passion to help more people, and specifically women, to get past our temporary moments to get to where we really want to be permanently.
Mm. That's so beautiful.
Yeah. So that's where it came from.
That's yeah. Well, that's so amazing. I mean, and I had asked you to say that bit again because that's the thing that I think many of us need to be constantly reminded of, especially when we're in the thick of it, when we're feeling all the feelings, when everything is happening. Like you can't really see how it's going to change or how it's temporary or what's going to. And so it's so important. That's why I say all coaches have coaches, right? It's so important to have other people in your life who can help you see your way out or through and help you with the tools that that you need in order to get through that part because life is going to keep happening
Never gonna stop. You
no
want
matter what.
that means you're not breathing anymore. So don't want what you don't want.
Right, right.
Right? It's like I wanted to stop. You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, don't want what you don't want. One of my coaches said, Angel, in the beginning, if you have the end in mind,
Mm,
it doesn't matter about the middle, as long as you can see the end.
mm,
But most people can't see the end because they don't know what they want. And then those who can see the end, they get so caught up in the middle
yeah,
that now they don't see the end anymore.
right.
And then what happens is they've created these personal governors, right? These anchors in life. And it's like that boat. You put the anchor and the water's swaying and the boat's moving. The boat's not going anywhere, but it's moving, right? So
Right.
imagine, we as entrepreneurs, we have the anchor of our thoughts and all this, the life situations and everything that's holding us back, all these paradigms, our habits, that's holding us here. And we're like swaying into life. And then all of a sudden, our boat turns direction. If you think about it, though, I haven't left. My chair is, I'm still
Right?
in the same place, right? I
Yeah.
just something different. So I think, oh my God, I am doing something different. No, baby, you still in the same place. You just got a different view, maybe, but you're really in the same place. And so, yeah. So that's my love, is to take people from the stop sign and show them how to flip on the switch to green, turn on the go, baby. It's time to go, go, go,
Mm,
and how to do it, and how to get there faster, right? And how to use the tools and strategies so you always be able to tap in. Because are we always on our A game? No, no, no. But we can be anytime,
right.
every time,
Right.
all the time. But when our B game and C game shows up, or maybe you're way in the alphabet in the W game in the area of life, how do you get back up, and how do you get back there faster?
Mm.
So
I love that. It's
Yeah.
brilliant. Brilliant. Stop the BS.
Yeah.
Stop those belittling stories. Get clear. Get out of that overwhelm. This is amazing. I want to one last one last question for all our folks in Midwest Elevation. And if you are watching the replay, let us know you're watching the replay too, and what questions you might have for Angel and her amazing program. And this week, the program you're doing this week, the event is completely free at no cost. You are giving incredible value over these next 5 days to really help women entrepreneurs who are feeling lost, overwhelmed, yada yada yada. You name it. Those stories keep turning. To really help them, steer their boat in the right direction and let release the anchor. Right? I'll just carry on your metaphor there. And I'll make sure I put the link down in the comments as soon as we're done talking here, so anybody who wants to join in can register and get all the info for where they can find you as well. So yeah, any final thoughts or words of wisdom you want to share with everybody?
If for some odd reason you don't come and hang out with me next week, first of all, it's a blessing to be here. And if anything has resonated with you and makes difference, let me know, but share it with someone else, because we're all meant our part is meant for someone else, right?
Mm.
So if my little puzzle piece connects to your puzzle piece, that's that. I'm in gratitude with that. And those of you who like, girl, you're talking to me. I am showing up this week with you. I am going to be so forever grateful, but I promise you, you better come to work.
Mm.
And you won't get off and say, now what do I do? Nope. You're going to have something to do every single day that you will be able to apply, that'll be in real time, that you can use right away. It's not one of those things where I want to motivate you. Because if you're feeling lost, you're feeling like, confused. If you come to some places just motivating, now you just lost and motivated, confused, motivated, right? We don't want that. The goal is to help you. So, anyways, y'all get it. So,
Yeah.
be prepared to play full out. Come out, get ready to have a good time. It's going to be fun. If you like my personality, then you'll see that. But more importantly, you will walk away with at least one hack that can shift, elevate, maybe explode for some of you, definitely give you increase in your business or somewhere in your life.
Mm-hmm.
That you affect one thing, it's going to affect everything else. Trust me. Trust me. Nothing is separated. We say, oh, I'm just doing that, but it don't mean anything over here. Yes, it does. It affects everything.
Right.
I mean, that's really all I have to share, Renee. But just in case there's someone else who still doesn't get it, go stub your little toe. Everything starts messing up. You even say words you never thought you were going to say. See, everything is affected from a little toe. So my point is that even if it's one little thing, it can definitely help you make a shift, and it doesn't take much. A little can make you can get so much information, so much from one little thing. So I hope to make a 1% difference for you all. Come and join me. Stop the BS. Just choose success. 5 hacks to grow your A game business. And Renee, you're so generous, and thank you for giving me the liberty to come here and speak. It's just so exciting because you cannot sow a seed and not reap a harvest. The harvest is so much greater than the seed. So I just know amazing things are coming, not only for you, but for all the other women that you bless and touch. And so I'm just so grateful that you allowed me to be part of this, and that you planted the seed for me as well. So thank you.
Angel, it has been my absolute pleasure. You are on fire. I am definitely showing up this week. I will get ready with my A game because, your energy, it lifts me up, and I know that you have done such amazing work with your clients and everything that is coming your way. So thank you, those of you who are here live. Thank you for watching the replay. If you are catching this later, you don't want to miss this conversation. You don't want to miss Angel's training this week. I will get you that link down in the comments here shortly. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday, everybody. We will see you.